2 years ago, AI was telling people to put glue on their pizza. We all laughed, right? It felt dumb. And then a few months back, the same kind of AI sits the world's hardest math exam, the Math Olympiad, and walks out with a gold medal, beating almost every human in the room. So, what happened in between? Nobody sat down and coded the right answers into it. It figured out them on its own by being wrong, checking how wrong, and fixing itself again and again and again. So, let me show you how that actually works because it's simpler than you think. First, a model needs to know how wrong it is, and the way it does that, it turns the mistakes into one single number. Say it looks at a house and guesses the cost to be a 50 lakhs, but the real price was 80, so it was off by 30. And that 30, that's called the loss, and honestly, that's the whole game. All of training is just trying to push that number down. Now, here's the part I love. Picture this. You're standing on the big hill, it's foggy, and you're blindfolded. And you're trying to find the way down the hill to the lowest point to the valley. The height of that ground, that's your loss, and you want to get to the bottom. You can't see anything, but you can feel the slope under your feet. So you take a small step downhill, you feel around again, and take another step. Slowly, you make your way down. And that right there is a gradient descent. The model's got one loss number, but it's juggling millions of little dials called weights. So for each one, it just asks, if I nudge this up a little bit, does my loss gets better or worse? That direction across all the weights at once, that's the gradient, and it nudges down every weight at a little bit downhill, so loss drops. But here's where people mess up. The size of the step really matters. We call it learning rate. Take a step big and you've overshoot the valley completely. You're just bouncing around, too small, and you're crawling. Training takes forever. Get it just right and you slide smoothly down to the bottom. So really, when you zoom out, this whole thing is just one loop. Guess, check how wrong you are, nudge the dials downhill, and then you just do that millions and millions of times until those random numbers slowly turn into something that actually works. Nobody hand coded it, it just kept making one number smaller. And that quiet little loop, that's what took AI from glue on the pizza to gold medal. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. A real model doesn't have millions of it, it's got billion. So figuring out exactly how much each one of to blame, that should take forever. There's one clever trick that makes it fast enough to actually work. And next time I'll show you how the model passes that blame backward through all of its layers. I hope that's clear to you all. I'll see you up ahead in the next one.